We take in between 300 and 500 kittens every kitten season. We are so excited to raise critical funding for the foster program through the Kitten Shower.
I show everybody photos and videos of Clover whenever I meet friends. I just shove my phone up in their face. They're like, look at my cat. I have always wanted a cat in my life, but because I am international, I am from Bangladesh, living in the US, I thought that fostering would be a really great way to be able to care for animals without that long-term commitment. Clover was my very first foster. I saw a picture of her on the foster list and I said, oh my God, she's adorable. And she's so small, it's just like me.
Clover came in on a transport. She was one of 30 kittens that we had gotten from Cecil County. So cats and kittens that come from other shelters do have to go to foster for a 2-week quarantine.
I saw that she was the only cat left over after a mega transport, and I just had a feeling about her. Clover was instantly special. She fit into our household so beautifully.
Clover had some unidentified ear issues. She had a lot of waxy buildup and kept having to come back in for rechecks. We decided that it would be a good idea to get her to wellness for some x-rays and clue in Dr. Lita.
So we went delving for why this was happening, and on an otoscopic exam where we put a little instrument into the ear, we could see these ulcerated pieces of tissue down by the eardrum. So the way to get to it is through the bulla, which is the bony housing compartment that houses basically the inner and middle ear, and you have to access it from that point to get that growth out.
It just so happened that when we got Clover's diagnosis, we were also right in the middle of adopting a cat who also had complicated medical issues. So all parties involved thought that it would be best for Clover if she found a foster that could focus on just her. And that's when we met Shababa.
And Brittany gave me the rundown of what Clover was like, and she sounded like the perfect fit. So I went and brought her home. And she just came up to me and just, started trilling, which is the cutest sounds that cats make. And she started talking to me and she started giving me headbutts, and this is within 2 hours of me bringing her home. So that very first night, I knew I was in trouble. I was like, oh my God, how am I gonna let her go? She's the sweetest. I just wanted to spend the whole night just sitting there and watching her because she instantly stole my heart. Of course, I was worried for her when she went into surgery.
It is a big deal because there are some pretty good vessels and nerves in that area that you want to avoid. We're cutting into bone and removing pieces of bone to get into that middle ear and that compartment, so it's a pretty big deal. In my opinion, I think she recovered really well.
Today, after she ate her breakfast, I was like, here, Clover, here is a pill. And she sniffed it, and she took it in her mouth, and she just swallowed it.
That's the best. She's probably really good at it by now.
Of course, I'm super grateful for the MD SPCA. They were always there for me, and it's been amazing to watch Clover through her journey.
We all were really banking on Shababa adopting Clover. There was clearly a love connection there, and she also had Clover for many months and, took great care of her through all of these surgeries and all of that follow-up care.
I was so excited when I found out that Shababa was adopting Clover and making it official. They are so good together.
She when I wake up in the morning, she just jumps in my bed and she trills. She's like, brr.
I think I really hit the holy grail of fostering because I still get to pet sit for Clover. Even though it can be a bit of a roller coaster, I definitely recommend fostering.
Yes. 110%. Even if you're unsure or on the fence about having a cat, at your place, you can foster short term. It's amazing to me that the MD SPCA is kind of paid for Clover's medications, paid for her surgeries, paid for her food. I think I'm really excited to grow old with her, if that makes sense. I'm excited for her to be part of my family. My parents, it's really funny, they've always never let me have a pet, and they've been FaceTiming with Clover. Now they call me and they say, I want to see Clover.